Hello folks, I'm going to enlighten you a little bit more about family constellations, also called systemic constellations. They are called constellations because what we do in this work is we place your inner picture of like a family system or a job situation using participants from the room to place in other people's shoes. So when you have all these people standing in their representations, you have a constellation. You see your inside picture out there and get a first sort of feeling for for how they're standing in regard to each other. And that's why it's called constellations, but it has nothing to do with the stars unless you involve the stars, which is also apparently possible, but I don't do that. So once you have placed the people in the room in positions of people of your particular system that is related to the issue that you've brought, which can be any kind of issue, we can work with that situation. So I, as the facilitator, will then get feedback from the people who are standing in their positions, as in how do they feel in that position. So we use the body information rather than doing this with our minds. We're doing it with our bodies. So basically, when I get the feedback of, oh, I don't feel good here, I really want to move, then I let them do that, and they find the place in the room that feels better to them for some reason. And of course, first of all, this is all probably all very much in the dark, and we don't really quite understand what's going on, but in time there will be a new picture, and I, as the facilitator, I guide through that kind of process, where you hopefully find a picture that is more healthy. And what we work with is the resonance of the people who are standing in that position. They pick up on something that we cannot quite explain. So you have to have that trust and open mind to let it happen. Actually, when there's no movement in the constellation process, then the facilitator is there to bring some movement in, and I usually do that by maybe suggesting something to say to someone when I see that sort of the flow of energy is blocked between two people in that constellation, and that is between representatives, if they're standing like this instead of like that, or instead of like that. So I kind of, sometimes I just turn them around, make them speak to each other. And that can solve something. And that all of this that's happening with normal people who have no idea usually about the work is like drawing from natural source of wisdom that everyone has in them, and I find it fascinating, and it doesn't stop to fascinate me every time I do it. And so this is my passion, and so now you know a little bit more, but I will talk more about it at another point. So keep watching. Thank you. Bye bye.